That'll be question number 8. The City of White Settlement has a large number of residential rental properties. All residents should have the right to expect living standards that safeguard health, life, property, and public welfare. Do you believe the City of White Settlement should incorporate our rental property registration policy? Should these rental properties have inspection requirements for landlords? Mr. Anderson.
Thank you, ma'am. Well, let me start by prefacing that I understand that there are a lot of rental properties. There's some right next door to my mother and some next door to my house. The problem I have with the registration policy is once you make a policy and you put it into effect like that, sometimes it tends to go astray and people use it as a tool. And I don't have a problem per se with the registration policy if we're not charging them to register. If they have a home, it's obvious where apartments are and businesses are that have rental property. That's pretty much obvious. Now, if you've got a residence that's a rental property and the city just needs to identify where those are, I don't have a problem with a registration policy to get it in there so we know when our police are answering calls to these residences that are rental property on a regular basis, then they can contact the owner and see about getting something taken care of it. I don't have a problem with that. But it's just like I've been informed that the city charges now when the electric company's gonna come out and turn on your meter or to a new property, or if your power's turned off and you're gonna get it turned back on, the city charges a fee for the city inspector to come out and look at that meter before the electric company can turn it on. Now, I don't ever remember that happening before. If it did, no one's ever brought it to my attention, but they have now. And that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to see any more fees put on these citizens out here, or a fee put on a business that could cause that business to lose money and possibly leave the city. So if it comes down to a registration policy strictly for a knowledge purpose, I don't have a problem with that. Now, as far as, like I said, fees, I'm completely against that. And the residents, as far as the residents having the right to expect the living standards of safety, that is where the code department comes in. Those ordinances are already in place. And our code department has the right, if they drive down the road and they see a building that's in pretty bad shape, they have the right to inspect that property. That's already on the books. So as long as we're following the rules and the ordinances, and our staff is operating under the proper guidance, and they do their job properly, then I pretty much don't think that we need a registration for rental properties. Thank you.